Well. Chris from CKM sent me an email saying that there's a new Android screen that just came out. It's bigger, it's faster, it's better, just like my dad. And it can do more things than the previous one, including English units. Wha-bam! This is the new 10.25-inch Android screen with more of everything and less of the drag. Today I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to install this, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts, my opinions, and then I will have another follow-up video if you guys are interested in. Just let me know the questions you guys have about this product and I'll try and get them inside that video. Before we start today's video, I need to give a huge shout out to CKM Car Designs for sponsoring today's content. Those of you guys that own a Mercedes-Benz, you really need to bookmark this website, because everyone should be in debt like me. And what do I mean by that? Literally every single Mercedes-Benz ever manufactured is right here. Any particular model, any particular class is available to you. And from there you guys can pick all of the accessories on this website that are open for your vehicle. He's narrowed it down to what will fit your car and what is available for that vehicle, so you guys don't have to fumble around eBay trying to find it. And here, check it out. If you guys want to know if your vehicle is compatible for the new Android screen, he has it narrowed down to your make and model and whether or not the adapter plates are available. So if you guys are interested in making any changes to your Mercedes-Benz, check out this website first. I'm going to take a second to go over some of the questions that have been repeated to me a lot. And if you guys want to see a detailed install of this particular product, go ahead and click that link in the upper right hand corner right now, and that will take you to a complete install of this. If your screen is not showing up, that means that you need to switch out your ABA connections and your BA connections over here. Just go ahead and swap them around and you should be fine. But if that doesn't work, you guys can try using this jumper and then it should begin to function. This is an example of it not working at all. You can press the button and your old screen will not show up. If you guys want to read about this, I will put the PDF in the description section below to help you better understand these jumper connections, because it's really important that you guys get them working correctly before you get this whole radio back together inside your car. Another question that I get asked repeatedly is, how do you manage to get your command radio back in with all of these wires? I push and I push and I feel like as if I'm gonna break something. Well, you're not gonna break anything. But what you need to do is you need to make sure that this little shelf area right here is clear of wires. So take your hand, fit it onto the shelf, and push all the wires to the left and to the right. There's plenty of space down there in the bottom left and in the bottom right for you to tuck wires into, so you don't really have anything behind this unit with the exception of the quad lock. And I like to stick the quad locks far in the left side, and then just take your thumbs and push. Now the location for the GPS antenna. This is another one that I get asked repeatedly. I choose to install it here. You can remove the center console area or the center tray area using a flat blade like this. It just simply lifts up and pops off, and you guys will be greeted with an empty little spot in here. Now you guys only have this empty little spot if you do not have the Bruja Masa Mija Master sound system or the HK sound system. Now keep in mind, this is just a screen upgrade. It doesn't matter whether or not you guys have those crazy fancy German audio sound systems. This will work on your car. I have a full JL audio sound system and it works beautifully in mine. My speakers are amplified and they sound a million times better than your factory ones, even if you got those sound systems. Now, what you want to do is grab the GPS antenna and it will fit perfectly in that little spot.
and then route the wires over in this direction. Now, I'm not saying this is the best spot for everyone. Keep in mind, I live in sunny Florida where we don't have any mountains, and the tallest thing is a palm tree. If you guys live somewhere that is surrounded by mountains or high rises or skyscrapers or stuff like that, you may want to position the antenna to go somewhere else. There is plenty of wire for you to put this anywhere on the windshield and route it back to the screen. Did I say that there is plenty of wire? I meant to say that there's a ton of wire. I mean, there's literally a ton of wire. Now, the GPS antenna is the gold one. Gold. There are two other ports on the screen that are for cellular antennas. They are not for Wi-Fi, so don't bother installing them. Just install the gold antenna and you will be perfectly fine. Now, lastly, don't forget to lock your screen down. This is only going to delay somebody from stealing it for about 3 seconds till they decide to totally rip it out of the car. But this is also going to prevent some rattling noises. So go ahead, take the long screws that are provided and screw down the screen. If you guys don't do this step, trust me, you will hear creaking and rattling up the wazoo. So take a time to do this. Now, I am planning on making another video and testing this Android Auto Apple CarPlay dongle, but in order for me to do that, I had to put the USB port somewhere accessible, and that is in my glove box. I drilled a very small hole and pulled everything into it. Now, you guys can see here the auxiliary is plugged into the factory Mercedes-Benz auxiliary port. This is really important if you guys want to hear the audio coming from the screen. If you guys don't do this, you guys won't hear anything. So make sure you guys do this.
So now that I have installed the screen successfully, let's go over and talk about what makes this screen so much better than the previous generation. For one, the one thing that really upset me the most with the older screen was this brightness was like this at night. It was like a stadium light was facing me. Now, if I turn on the headlights, it dims. I love that. I love the fact that it dims automatically when it gets dark now. The other thing is the units are now in English, in Fahrenheit and miles. So I really appreciate that because... Good morning, USA. You do have all of the apps right here. Everything is a lot more fluid, a lot more easier. The navigation, you guys can run the navigation while you guys are running other apps in the background, such as Google Music. But before we talk about apps, the very first thing you guys want to do is uninstall the keyboard that it comes with and install a good keyboard like Gboard from Google. This keyboard is going to help you guys out so much more when it comes to typing up stuff with this whole thing. Now, as you guys can see, I did install the Morimoto app so I can change the color of my headlights. I have my Google Music because I have Google Music. The Play Store so you guys can download whatever apps you guys would want. And of course, YouTube, where you guys can watch some good quality YouTube channels. Sarah. Okay, so that's enough of that. And then you guys can exit it, or you guys can keep the app running in the background. If you guys are unfamiliar with Android, you guys can see here the app is running in the background. So you guys can have a whole multiple bunch of apps going on behind you. And of course I have Amazon for my video services because Netflix is already outdated with all the videos that they have. But let's say you guys download videos and you guys want to put them on an SD card, you can. And then you guys can watch the videos by clicking this button here. I believe it comes loaded with a generic Peking duck and a hot Asian chick. I think this is it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't see the duck. I thought there was a duck. Where the hell is the duck? Okay, well at least I got half of it right. So it comes loaded with that video, which I will be deleting. What the? Okay, so you press the power button and there it goes bye-bye. Comes loaded with one Asian track, which I'm not going to open up because I guarantee you I'm going to get a copyright strike. And more importantly, this button right over here where it says car device, if you guys press that, it's going to take you over to your factory screen. Now I will talk about configuring the factory screen in my second video, which is going to go in a lot more better detail over the whole device, so stay tuned for that. And of course you guys have access to your car information. This is what, not that, that's going to be for another video. I'm talking about this, the driving computer. That's where you guys have your miles per hour, your RPMs, your speed. So you do have access to all of this over here. And it's a lot more fluid. This is a lot more fluid. It runs a lot more better. I like it. They literally took everything I hated about the previous model and corrected it all with this. So I absolutely love it. And as you guys can see here, it doesn't matter how hot it is. I mean, Florida gets pretty hot. This thing was at 102 earlier. It's now at 97.7, and it's running perfectly fine. It's nice and chill, and it's not hot, and it looks nice. It really does look nice. I know there's gonna be a lot of haters down in the comment section. Well, it doesn't look like it's factory. Well, then you guys don't remember seeing my review of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz, where guess what, guys? This is it. This is the future for the next 8 years. So eat it. And that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to have another video that's going to have a complete breakdown of this. If you guys have any particular questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. That way I can try and incorporate it into that video. If I see the same question repeated over and over and over again, it will for sure be in that video. And there you guys have it. That is the new version 2.0 Android screen. I love it a lot. I really love the new screen. The new upgrades that were done to it are amazing. The power that it has is ridiculous, and I think that you guys are gonna like this upgrade. If you guys haven't bought one of these already, go ahead to go to Chris's website, buy one, you won't regret it. And if you guys have the old model, unfortunately there is no update to this one. Instead, I recommend just selling that model and buying the new one. The features that it has, the power is just incredible. The ability that it runs without lag and everything is more fluid is great. So of course, guys, there will be a very detailed video of how this thing works. It's gonna be my next video that I'm gonna do. And in the meantime, take care. I wish you guys the best of luck and enjoy it.